Good morning or good afternoon. My name is Lourdes Valenzuela. I am the program coordinator for the Agua Tuya Foundation in Bolivia. And today I'm here to present our experience with the implementation of urine treatment plant. English is not my native language, so I will do my best to read my notes in English as best as I can. Let me share my screen. We will see the importance of nutrient recovery and reuse. Let's talk about phosphorus first. Phosphorus is non-renewable resource, crucial for agriculture, as it is an essential component of fertilizers that promote crop growth. Rock phosphate reserves, the main source of phosphorus, are declining, and the future availability of phosphorus is severely compromised worldwide. Because the reserves of this element in mines have been alarmingly reduced and are concentrated in a few countries as Morocco, China, and the United States, raising concerns about the future availability and accessibility of phosphorus. If phosphorus extraction continues at its current rate of approximately 24 million tons per year, there will be supply problems from 2030 onwards. In the near future, once phosphorus reserves are exhausted, the only alternative left for living beings to continue to supply themselves with this element will be through its natural recycling. We can recover more than 90% of the phosphorus contained in human urine by implementing technologies that prevent phosphorus from being diluted in water. Ecological sanitation technologies, EcoSan, to recover phosphorus. NPK is a term that refers to the three fundamental elements in fertilizer: nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So, phosphorus is essential for photosynthesis, respiration, and energy storage and transfer. It also helps plants flower and increases their resistance to diseases. Nitrogen is responsible for encouraging the growth of the plant's leaves and stems. A high nitrogen content results in vigorous growth, especially in early plant development. And potassium is key to water regulation within the plant. It helps the plant resist growth and diseases, improve its flavor and color, and is vital for the production of proteins and sugar. Therefore, the presence of these elements in manures and fertilizers can significantly impact the growth and development of the plants. The El Alto Plateau is located in the department of La Paz in Bolivia and involves the municipality of El Alto, Viacha, Laja, Achocalla, and has an estimated population based on the 2012 census of more than 900 inhabitants for this year. The Alto Plateau, as of December 2018, had a drinking water coverage of 93% and sanitation coverage of 78%. With the sanitation solutions that have been applied in greater proportion being conventional sanitary sewer system. In order to achieve greater sanitation coverage, peri-urban areas, dispersed areas, complicated topography, it was necessary for the Public Social Water and Sanitation Company, EPSAS, to visualize alternative sanitation solutions and develop capacities to offer solutions. Decentralized sanitation solutions such as septic tanks, dry ecological toilets, decentralized wastewater treatment plants, or fecal sludge treatment plants. They are also sustainable by having a scheduled sludge collection service and its adequate treatment and final disposal. In the Alto Plateau, there was already a sustainable sanitation project from 2007 to 2019, implemented by the Suma Huasi Foundation with the Swedish Embassy. 1,200 families, ecological toilets, were built in District 7, 9, and 14 of the city of El Alto. During 12 years of operation of this sanitation model, it was identified that they needed a sustainable management model through the chain, from the collection, transportation, treatment, and final disposal of the waste generated in the ecological toilets to guarantee the continuity of this decentralization solution. The intervention considered a sustainable model with the participation of Swedish Embassy of the programs as financier, Agua Tuya as responsible for the implementation and training in the solution, Public Social Water and Sanitation Company, EPSAS, as the person responsible for the service, and the beneficiaries from the El Alto Plateau have access to safe sanitation, and through the services we recover their nutrients. The actions. A collection and transportation services for feces and urine from ecological toilets was implemented, ensuring continuity and sustainability. An adequate treatment system for urine and fecal sludge from a dry ecological toilet was implemented through a treatment system for urine and fecal sludge. Train EPSAS technical staff in the operancy and maintenance of the feces and urine treatment plant. Communicate to the population the actions to improve sanitation services by EPSAS with a green company approach. Service continuity is generated through sustainability throughout the sanitation service chain. The first link in the chain plays a key role, which is why it is important to schedule and comply with established times and dates. Information and communication to beneficiaries is important to avoid failures in the delivery and collection of generated waste. The plant has a fermentation treatment line, which was used before the implementation of urine adsorption treatment line 2. This type of treatment consists of receiving the urine in reception tanks with temporary storage for 2 weeks. Then the urine is pumped to 20-liter storage tanks for 3 months for fermentation and sanitization. Finally, it is pumped to storage tanks for final disposal as liquid fertilizer that must be diluted with water for application. Disadvantage of this option: the storage and treatment process cost, liquid transport costs, unpleasant odors during storage or application, rapid decomposition and additional treatment to maintain efficiency, risk of inaccurate application, overcoming preconceived ideas about the use of urine fertilizers, rate of acceptance of the population to the consumption of food fertilized with urine. The process of the adsorption is as follows. A storage of urine no more than 1 week to avoid loss of nitrogen, filling of tanks, preparation of the additives, struvite or bentonite mixture or zeolite, plus magnesium oxide to precipitate the struvite. Mechanical agitation for 35 minutes, emptying and resting for 2 hours, decanting to separate solid and liquid fraction, drain channel, drying on trays, complete drying in a solar oven for inactivation and or sanitization of the product, raise it to more than 90 degrees Celsius for 4 hours, usable time in the Bolivian plateau. Drying time of 4 to 5 clear days and 7 to 9 cloud days. And final storage for disposal or sale. The advantage of this of a solid urine product or fertilizer is because it's easy storage and transportation. It takes up less space and it is easier to store and transport. Reduction of odors, making the fertilizer easier to handle and apply. Greater stability and longevity without degrading or losing effectiveness. Precision in application, ensuring the right amount for the plants. Greater acceptance by farmers and the population. The results show an inconsistency in the analysis of potassium. However, it records an average recovery of 91% of phosphorus and 10% nitrogen. In subsequent monitoring analysis, the recommendation was to investigate laboratories that have a state-of-the-art equipment for measuring nitrogen and potassium with the aim of having more accurate results and avoid interference or errors in the measurements of this. The plant was put into operation in August 2023 and will only complete 1 year of operation this August. We still have monitoring studies to do to show more solid results. In any case, in the first 6 months of operation, we were able to determine that the production cost is $3 per kilogram of dry fertilizer produced. Market studies are still needed to determine how much the product obtained can be sold for. The market offers fertilizers from $0.5 to $3 per kilogram, so we are in the price range. But in the production of our fertilizer, it should be taken into account that it provides access to safe sanitation and also ensures the closing of the nutrient loop, generating an environmental benefit that have high cost that we are not seeing. The implementation of this type of models project with sustainable sanitation service throughout the chain will also have a closing of the nutrient cycles, demonstrate that this type of solution are possible and highlight the importance of the paradigm shift for humanity to live in a sustainable way on the planet. So this is the end. I'm going to show you a small video that way you can see with your eyes the plant.
Para ampliar la cobertura de servicios de saneamiento en áreas donde el alcantarillado no es una opción viable, EPSAS incorporó tecnologías verdes de saneamiento. Desde el año 2019 realiza la recolección, transporte, tratamiento y disposición de los residuos de los baños ecológicos secos de 3 distritos del Alto. EPSAS se alió a la Embajada de Suecia y a Guatuya para fortalecer sus capacidades institucionales y operativas para el saneamiento descentralizado. se ha mejorado el transporte de los residuos de los baños ecológicos secos con la donación de un camión recolector. La orina recolectada se trata en la nueva planta de tratamiento y se obtiene un fertilizante sólido rico en nitrógeno. Gracias a las nuevas celdas del lombricompostaje, las heces recolectadas se compostan con lombrices para obtener humus, un excelente abono. Ambos productos, el humus de lombriz y el fertilizante sólido, son utilizados para mejorar las áreas verdes de EPSAS. Estas soluciones permiten prestar un servicio de saneamiento accesible y ambientalmente sostenible. EPSAS es una empresa verde comprometida con la preservación del medio ambiente, la salud de las personas y el saneamiento inclusivo, para no dejar a nadie atrás.
So, thank you for seeing. It was a pleasure to present this experience, and you have my email for any question that you have. Thank you. Goodbye.